Calypso, baby. Trisbrina Show. Trisbrina Show.
Trisbrina Show.
Show. Hello, hello, hello.
You gotta wait for it sometime.
I have to update that. It's the Trisbrina Wellness Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hi there.
Reminding me.
Yeah. So we are coming at you hot on a Thursday, and it's
Pretty hot.
in Austin,
Well,
Texas.
it's only 90.
Is that all? Just 90?
That's nighttime.
You know what? Some places it's over 100, and it's crazy. Crazy to live in weather like that. Y'all out in Las Vegas, you guys, you're tough. Tougher than us. We're talking to you about energy. What? Energy schmenergy. Energy detox. Let's go another layer. Can you even detox your energy? What's that all about? That's what we're diving into today.
Some people are saying phooey.
Phooey!
Ride a magic carpet if
Yeah.
you can detox your energy.
You know what? We're not in the convincing game. We learned this many years ago. There's plenty of people who don't get energy. They've never felt it. And I get that. I was totally one of those people. Fortunately, I'm an open-minded skeptic. And I was like, well, let me explore this. But for a long time, I didn't believe in chi. What's that? Chi power? Cheese power? And ki and prana and blah, 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 blah. Show me the proof.
Blah, blah.
And I realized today, I am my own proof. I feel chi. I feel it flowing through my body. I feel healthy. I feel the joy bubbling up because of good energy. And when my energy is off, oh, you know it, don't you? And you know it too when your energy is off. Everything is off. The joy isn't there.
Yeah.
The body hurts. The mind worries.
We'll get later. We will get into symptoms that you may need an energy detox.
Give me my mouse. Thank you. She's controlling. I'm like trying to pull the little piece of mouse pad, and she's like bearing down.
I'm holding it.
Hello, Joe. Hi, Bonnie. Hello, Elise. Hello, Barbara. Welcome to the Wellness Show. Well, you all know a thing or two about Qigong, and energy work. We'd love to get your thoughts and vibes on this as the show unfolds. I've got a couple of things here that I'm going to share with you all. And
We should scoot back a little.
Yeah, is that what's going on? Mm-hmm. What will that do for you? What will that give you that you don't currently have? More perspective?
Yes.
More light?
Yes.
More loveliness?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I don't like it when Tristan talks about technology issues and problems when we're live, and he doesn't like when I talk about the lighting.
What does that say?
It says...
Spell backward.
Yeah.
This is my chi drink. I'm drinking chi. This is liquid light for all the non-believers.
The shirt says hubby. The shirt, cup.
You do not want me wearing this as a shirt. What were you saying? Hello, Anne. Welcome. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Glad that you're joining us. Yeah. You were saying something?
Well, nothing you'd want me to say.
Why?
Okay. I was just saying when we go live, I'm small, and so if we don't sit back enough, I'm just a head.
You're beautiful.
In some of the videos in the past, it's just been like this. I'm like, I have only a head.
More for us to
Can we
focus
sit
on
back
that
so I have a
chiseled
body?
jawline that you have. Sabrina has, like, people actually, plastic surgeons think when they see her at charity events and stuff, they're like, so have you had work done?
They asked me if I've had cheek implants and a chin implant. Those are the two implants questions I get.
Yeah, cheeks, and I don't get that question. I just get like, is that real hair?
Yeah. They certainly don't ask if I've had a butt implant, because that's
oh my gosh,
pretty obvious.
That would be weird.
People do it.
But do they like say that? Hey, excuse me, have you had a butt implant?
Well, no. One of my local students, her father, he is a supplier and distributor
of butt implants.
Of
different
silicone
cheeks,
products,
different shapes.
So cheeks, chins, boobs, butts.
You can get a part for anything. Do they come in sizes for the butt?
Yeah, just
Like an E and
for the
a
boobs.
double D butt cheeks?
No, like we both are kind of geeky, like medical geeky. And if it's not making me sick and squeamish, I like to watch surgeries. So most of them aren't too bloody, and I find it fascinating. But I've watched a butt implant surgery.
This I did not know.
Yeah.
Just because you were fascinated.
Because I was fascinated.
This is all about
You
an
can find
energy
it on YouTube.
energy detox. What have I walked into?
Yeah, we got all this on.
We'll do a fresh start in a second. But I do love some of these comments that are coming through. Radhika says, Sabrina, you look gorgeous any which way.
Oh, thank you.
Radhika.
I'm wearing a dress.
Oh, are we going to show it?
Duck.
Here, let me get out of your shot so you can take over. Wow, so pretty. I love the colors. It's very much the perfect colors for this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you notice.
Oh, Elise is scoring serious points too. You look so pretty as always, Sabrina. I love your shirt.
That's why I had to show it was a dress.
I think I can go change my clothes.
So I'll tell you what I did, because you guys are all our closest friends, is so when my hair is super clean, it's just
This
so
happens
straight.
to all of us.
Right? It's like, I call it Asian straight, that really straight, beautiful black hair. Well, mine is straight like that, only not black. So today I put a little curl in it, and it's so, what do you call it? Fine, soft, clean, that I'm like, if I touch it, the curl will fall out. So I just went like this and said, done. So
That's all you did?
oh,
That's all I do.
you saw him. He has the Old Spice.
Hey, man, stop giving away my secrets.
You did a demo. In one of our workouts, he was running late, so he demonstrated using his Old Spice pomade.
Yeah, not the spray.
Well, you have that too.
You know what? I went and bought some Old Spice, and I'll tell you why. Because it reminded me of my granddad in England. He used to wear it. And you know how smells take you back to places and people? Well, he always wore Old Spice, and I wanted to kind of like, I don't know.
It smells good.
He was in the Navy, and he was just like this really cool man. He taught me how to play chess, and he taught me how to cut cheese and put them on
He
crackers.
taught you how to cut the cheese?
He taught me how to cut the cheese. He could cut the cheese. And he taught me how to put it with blue cheese and apples on like a cracker.
Blue cheese and apples would make me cut the cheese.
Maybe that's why he always cut the cheese. And he taught me how to peel the apple all the way.
Oh, in one
with
slice.
his little pocket knife. Yeah, aren't granddads and nanas or grandmas
My dad
so cool?
put on the Old Spice aftershave before he picked
How
up
did
his.
he do it?
Yeah, it was like,
Is that how you put your aftershave on, Ron? Or do you get a little more manly?
Yeah, like that.
Like that?
Yeah.
I kind of shook my head a little bit. Okay.
My smell that
Can you tell it's been a long day?
of my mom is VO5 aerosol.
Oh my gosh,
hairspray.
VO5. I remember that. I think I even used that when I was like a teenager. Like spike the hair up so it doesn't move. Who else used VO5? Oh, Radhika, Sensei, you always look dashing as always. Thank you.
And the perfume
Extra points
she wore,
for you.
I feel like it was called Tigress, and it was a tall cylindrical bottle. Do you guys remember this? And the lid was fuzzy. The lid was fuzzy like a tiger print.
Tracy says cheese and Old Spice. What a great smell. Welcome to the Trisbrina Wellness Show. You know, laughter is really good for your health. So there you go. Sensei, as you were talking about your grandfather and Old Spice, I was typing about my grandfather wearing Old Spice. Wow, how about that for alignment? Hey, Belinda, on the road to your hike in the middle of nowhere. Thanks for stopping in, and thanks for participating in today's fun little post thread. I'm still laughing about cutting the cheese, says Elise. And Joe says something about Bryce cream. I didn't use that. Bristle cream.
What is it?
Did you guys, anybody know of something called Depp? Like Johnny Depp, right? But Depp for your hair?
Yeah, it's green, right?
Well, they have different colors.
Oh, of course they do. It's
Yeah.
gel.
It's like just turn your nose up with gel. It's gel. What did you look down on people that use gel? Just gel. I use the gel.
It was this cheap little like colored gel. What is it like? It's like jelly, almost like the slime toy that came in the
That's
in the
something
trash
you got
can.
as a like Halloween game. You throw it on people and it was green. That's so not for your hair.
No, but I remember the depth. It was pink and green.
Yes, and it smelled kind of pretty. I remember putting it on and thinking I look pretty.
He felt, I feel pretty,
Pretty and witty
and gay.
There you go. Like dippity doo. Yes! That's it! Dippity doo. Dippity doo da. Dippity day. Belinda says it's like glue. Exactly. And if you didn't open the can for the little thing for a while, it would get like all sticky and you could use it for glue. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Enough shenanigans.
One more question. Speaking of glue, did you guys used to put like Elmer's on your hand really thin and keep your hand open and let it dry and then peel it off so you could see the print of your skin?
What did you? Oh, Elmer's glue.
Elmer's glue all over your hand.
Yeah, that
and
was
then
fun.
Peel it
and
off
you could
in
like see your
piece.
fingerprints and stuff. Yeah, that was fun. We should do that sometime, like date night. Hey, it's my birthday tomorrow. Isn't that cool? I haven't even been able to like think about it. We've been so busy with our Energy Detox event. Oh my goodness. In fact, it's why we want to talk to you about Energy Detox, because there were some questions and queries about energy in a really fun, interesting way today. Almost.
Should we start over?
Well, in a second.
Okay.
Almost controversial. And I do want to speak to the controversy thing before we start the actual show. And this is really good, and it might end up in the show later. But for those of you who are teachers of energy work, energy arts, whether you're certified by us or it's something you love, I remember two things that I think are important. Number one, being very opinionated about energy when I was younger because I didn't understand. I was misinformed. I was judgmental, and I thought it was super woo. And so I have a picture of me making fun.
You were just repeating what someone else probably
I had heard some other people make fun. And then as soon as that happens, another person jumps in, and I was just jumping in. I was one of those uninformed people. And I remember my friend Shen, my best friend in Malibu, we got our black belts together. His dad was a Zen monk, and Shen was learning to meditate, which I should have been like, dude, that's so cool. But I was like, dude, you're such a geek. And I was making fun of him. And somebody took a photo of me and Shen in the quad at school. Went to Santa Monica High School. And I'm going like this, right? Making some stupid face. And Shen's sitting like in full zazen in the quad. And I still have the picture somewhere. And I'm looking back all these years later going, I was so judgmental. I was making fun of my friend that was doing something so beautiful at, 16, 17 years old. And now all these years later, after having the back injury and having to be an open-minded skeptic, and when you're at like the bottom of the rung, right? You're like, I don't know if I got anything left. You'll try something. And I tried this Qigong stuff. And I was blown away, and I was like, whoa, energy is a very real thing. Mm-hmm. And so obviously now we teach this and we love this. And so for you who are out there sharing about these arts and energy, if anyone poo-poos it or makes fun of you or says anything or it's not real, or you know what? Don't worry about them. Yeah. Don't get in a fight with them. Don't get into convincing it. You're not going to convince them. Yeah. They're already, their mind is made up. They've got all the proof in the world to say why it's not real. Who gives a you know what?
I mean, you can, like
just don't worry about it.
Our neuroscientist friend, Mark Waldman today, he Skyped us a comment and it was like, I don't have a judgment one way or the other. I just base it on these scientific studies. And he was quoting these scientific studies. I thought that was really good.
It's hilarious. By the way, it's no secret I am 54 tomorrow, and I'm proud of it. And I attribute so much of the vitality I experienced to
me,
Sabrina sitting by my side. And energy work. So
when Tristan had, so he was doing the Qigong and he could walk again. And that's when he really started getting into the breath work of the circular training. And that's when martial yoga became the freaking obsession. And I used to tease him so much.
She did.
I used to pretend I was like a hypnotized zombie. And I would just walk around the house going, martial yoga.
She did.
Martial yoga. Because it's like, he wouldn't stop talking about it.
That was the passion taking over.
Every moment of every day. Hey,
Fascinated.
look what I've discovered with martial yoga.
Yes, you did. You were funny. And it was cute. It was cute. And you know what? I roped her in though, didn't I? We're energy people. We're energy beings. We're made of this stuff. It's all so silly. Yes, thank you for that, Joe. Just enjoy the chi. But as a teacher and being out there, every now and then someone will poke fun or do whatever. And I've had so much fun poked, and I've had so many people say so many different things. I'm really over it. I don't care.
Yeah.
What you focus on expands. So I actually deleted some of the threads that were coming up. I just thought it was a golden opportunity for us to bond together, to share about what we love, and use it as an example to not get angry.
Mhm.
Don't judge.
Yeah.
Don't try to convince. Don't try to change anybody. An opinion is an opinion. You know
Mhm.
what? What's real is real. Nobody can take that away from you.
And you can see how every moment and every action that we do matters.
Yep.
Because someone, there's some beautiful comments about energy arts and how it can help you to heal. And then like one person will come in and make some, kind of a funny but sarcastic and put down, or oh yeah, you're gonna buy that. And then that just opens the door for everyone else to start responding like that. Whereas if there's a few people saying, thank you, this has helped me so much, it totally changes the entire energetic experience of a post.
Yeah.
And one post could open the door to someone going and taking a Qigong class in their neighborhood. Not even necessarily coming to our thing, but just being open to look down that road to the source, the root cause of what may be hurting them.
Yeah. Yeah. And the folks who are in those perspectives, they have a right to be there. It's not our job to change them. It's a waste of energy. Don't even bother. But use it as an opportunity to refine yourself, refine your knowledge, refine your skill of staying in love and extending love regardless. I mean, if we're going to like really live this thing, then we see no enemy. We see no drama.
No.
We just see opportunity to share love. And as Elise said, I handled it beautifully. And I'm standing up for all of us. If I'm going to be a protector, right? You get to be a badass sometimes. You just stand for who you are and what you love. Don't worry about anything else. Just freaking be the truth that you are. That's awesome.
And I actually did, like, you can click to see somebody's page that comments. So I went over to this person's page that was being ugly, and I'm like,
oh, it was everywhere.
You're obviously not doing anything to take care of your health. From all of the posts and all of the negative comments, a body that's completely out of shape, a face that does not look the least bit happy.
Didn't see a lot
and
of joy.
that kind of helped me change to some compassion.
Right.
Because when we don't understand something, we disregard it. I mean, I've even noticed, like, if someone's speaking a different language and you don't know what they're saying, sometimes you just sort of disregard it as if they're not trying to communicate. Because it's like, we were laughing the other day, this really funny talk about language and how we have this language to communicate. And
Ooga booga.
And I just said to him, I said, Ooga booga. And that's all we started saying to each other that morning was Ooga booga. Because like as cavemen, cave women, at one point, that's all there was, just Ooga mugga.
And I was like, what do you think Ooga mugga means?
Yeah.
I want to Ooga mugga you.
And how, we've had to learn to communicate and that sounds mean things. And then we teach our dogs that sounds mean things because we go, sit Ooga mugga, and they sit. Or do you want to eat Ooga mugga, and they know what you mean. I'm
loving the comments that are coming through. I think actually I'd like to pop a few on the screen. In a way, the show has kind of become about this. It's really cool. Okay, so Joe says they don't know what they don't know, but some are very quick to judge. Isn't that the truth, right? This is beautiful. Elise said before I got on Wells, I saw the post you're referring to, and the grace and ease. Yeah, it's just love, right? Opportunity to love. They bring out the gratitude in me, says Radhika. I get to learn these beautiful arts with you and be part of a wonderful community. It's contrast, right? It's like, oh my gosh, look at this other perspective. Not for me. And says, true, it helps us work our compassion and non-judgment. Belinda says, keeping it in perspective, absolutely. That person is coming from a very specific mental framework, as are we. Which, what was that last part there? Which is where Qigong and energy work comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we choose the high road, right? We choose the love road. Okay, well, why don't we talk a little bit about energy and energy detox? You want to do like a snap, snap, snap? I mean, I'm kind of digging the show the way it is.
All right.
Okay, we're just keep on rolling here, and you guys keep these beautiful comments coming. So, energy detox. I was thinking about it a little bit, like the comparison between an energy cleanse and just a typical cleanse, where you're cleansing the organ systems of the body, the digestion.
You mean like fasting?
Kind of. Well, you might fast in a cleanse. You might not.
Remember, we used to do a cleanse called like.
We did the master cleanse.
Feast. It was called like the feast fast. The feast fast.
Okay.
And it was just vegetables and fruit.
Yep.
You could have as much as you wanted or something.
There's many different types of cleanses out there. When I was a young boy, I was studying with Dr. Richard Schultz, who I nicknamed Sensei Cayenne because he loved cayenne pepper, and he was an incredible herbologist. He learned under a gentleman named David Christopher, one of the all-time great American botanists. And the first thing that he taught me to do was to detoxify my body and my colon, and started explaining to me about what different foods did, and the clientele that he worked with, the things that he healed them from in their body, because it was so backed up, it was so inflamed, there was so much internal mucus. So we were doing cleanses, in my early 20s, probably late teens actually. And I didn't know much about energy back then, and that your body has an irrigation system much like the cleansing systems of lymph and blood. So anything and everything can get backed up. It can get clogged. It can get blocked. It can get stuck and stagnant in organ systems like your liver, your pancreas. All these things can back up the gallbladder. And so you do these more traditional cleanses, and people poo-poo those. Poo-poo. A lot of people need to poo-poo, and they would be less judgmental, and that's for real. Their body is toxic, and therefore they have toxic thoughts.
So they're full of...
They're full of you-know-what. And he would talk to me about like the body unable to digest certain foods, especially meat, and like they would have like 10 to 20 pounds of undigested flesh in their bellies, and all the things that was doing, becoming putrid in the colon, causing diverticulitis and ulcerative colitis and all kinds of horrible things that just the human body can put up with a lot, but it can only put up with it for so long, and then it will start to break down.
Bonnie, you have to watch the replay.
So now when you start to look at the other irrigation system, the internal matrix system of the body, it wants you, even though like so many people say, but I can't see it. Well, the reality is it was mapped out thousands of years ago. Okay, the people who are acupuncturists that know where the energy points are, they know where the meridians are, they know where the energy centers are, they know where the chakra gateways are, that some people can see them, right? They are a very real thing, and they too get sluggish, they get backed up and blocked, and so you can cleanse them as well. And one of the most ancient, beautiful practices for doing that type of cleansing, in addition to acupuncture, are things like Reiki and Qigong. And Qigong ultimately is the grandfather of most of these arts. It used to be called Dao Yin. So Qigong works with the channels. There are 12 main channels that flow life force energy through the body and communicate with the organ systems of the body. There are 3 core energy centers. There's a power center, there's a heart center, and a wisdom center. They're also known as Dantian. And these are centers that actually store and supply energy through the body and send it through the channels. If the channels are blocked or disrupted, the chi cannot flow. The organs are... I know stuff about stuff. The body breaks down, the immune system gets weakened, the organ systems are compromised. And then there are gateways known as chakras, and they're all over the body. The 7 main that most people know, starting from the top of the head, 5 down the central line, and 1 on the bottom, right? Those are the 7. They also have gates in the back. So you have a gate in the front here and a gate in the back. So when you do the math, you got 1 on the top and bottom, you got 5 here, 5 back there, you end up with 12. So you got all these chakras. You got chakras in your hands, you got chakras in the soles of your feet. So you got this internal matrix, this energy body, and it loves a good detoxification and a reboot.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Yep.
That's what we teach people how to do.
And we believe that health is the natural way of things, that the body wants to be in the vibration of health and wellness. So that's why we're saying detox and reboot, because part of getting your frequency and your body flowing in the most healthy way is to clear that which is unwanted.
Yep.
And that's healing. Get rid of the things that are blocking. Get rid of the things that are going the wrong direction. Get rid of everywhere there's tightness, everywhere there's tension, everywhere there's judgment. And then when that happens, the healing happens, and the normal state can happen. We talk about that when we speak about intermittent fasting, just giving your body a few hours without food when you wake up in the morning, so it has 12, 13, 14, 15 hours, whatever is good for you, to heal, because that's the nature of it. So we're trying to go with the intelligence that's already in the body, not add to, just uncover.
That's so good, isn't it? Get the stuff out of the way and let the body's natural intelligence do its work.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a healer. Healing is a natural phenomenon. You just need to create the environment for healing to take place.
Yeah. I mean, if you think like you break a bone, it grows back.
Who did that?
What do you can stabilize it so it grows in the direction that you want it to.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just think about it. Even like I've thought, this is gross, but like pimples. That's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So
That's a detox.
something blocks a little cell, right? Or a blackhead. Yeah, sorry, a pore. Something blocks it, and so it can't breathe. And so the body says, I'm going to build up all this pressure. I'm going to build up enough pressure that I can push that out.
Right. Yeah. Get
That's
that foreign object out of there.
Yeah. Or if you have a splinter, it'll kind of start working its way out.
Isn't that amazing? So all of these little internal components and these cells, right? These helpers, these little warriors inside of you, your immune system, they go to work to keep you alive. And if your energy, your life force, your chi, prana, if your life force is blocked or dampened, if it's depleted, then you're chi deficient. And so what a detox does is it clears away the blockages. It gets the sluggish, stagnant chi and negative stuff out of the system. And then it gets that healthy flow going, and it does a reboot. It resets the system, and then the body, its energy replenishes itself. You fill back up and you feel amazing. So here are some of the symptoms that you should be looking for to realize whether or not you might need to do some energy clearing. Number one, and I think this is an easy one to detect, how's your sleep been lately? Because if you've got restless sleep, or if it's irregular, you're having weird sleeping patterns or lots more dreams and stuff going on at night, that is a very good indicator that something energetically is off in your system. Now, I get it. You could say, I'm stressed out, I'm worrying about things. Well,
that's another sign.
That would be another one. Well, where are these negative thoughts coming from? Why are we looping in this stuff? If your normal set point is positivity and optimism, awesome. Maybe it's just a temporary thing. But if you become a chronic worrier or a chronic pessimistic type situation
you've
going
actually formed that loop. You form that channel. So the body, your brain is so smart too. It gets used to whatever you do. And it'll help you repeat it. So if you've been a worrier for many, many years, by doing some type of detox and consciously choosing to change and catching things and redirecting them, but you have to have the energy clean so you have the power to do that.
Exactly. See, when the energy's flowing naturally through our system, and we're what you would call aligned, and your channels are aligned, your chakras aligned, things like that, guess what your natural state is? Joy. Your natural emotional state is positivity and joy. That's the natural state of the human being. We didn't come into this life to be pessimistic and negative. Babies are not like that. They are blissed out unless something funky's going on. They need their diaper change or they're super hungry, right? They are like smiling, beaming beings. That's because their energy system is still in a pure state. So here's the thing about disrupted energy. That is the reason for negative emotion. It's true. Emotions are how we read our energy flow. I'll say that again. I've said it many times before. Emotions are how you read how your energy's flowing. If your energy's messed up, you're probably thinking some doinky thoughts.
And that can look like someone that's very reactive. Someone that's very like snippy. And they feel like, they're always apologizing. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I get so angry.
I do.
I don't know why I'm so impatient yet. But for some people, it might be that their feelings are always getting hurt, or they're always struggling with some kind of of sadness. And a lot of that is chemicals in the brain. Most of it are chemical imbalance. And sometimes there is medication, needed for depression.
Sure.
But there's so much that we can do through the energy arts. It's so powerful. I remember I had a student, a ballroom dance student. He was a young boy, and he came to me when he was probably 14. I have so many funny stories about teaching a 14-year-old boy that I'll share at a different time. But
you need to clear that up just a little bit.
and then he's dancing with me, this woman, and I'm probably one of the first women he's ever touched. And I could just tell sometimes he would walk away because he was hitting puberty and things were happening.
Okay.
He just kept walking away, and I'm like, focus on the lesson. And then I realized,
I know what it is now.
I know what it is.
I know exactly what it is. I get it.
Now, the funniest time was where we're in the middle of a lesson and we're working figure eights. And all of a sudden he takes off his sweatshirt and ties it around his waist. And I'm like, I'll say his name's Brian. I'm like, Brian, I can't see your hip action right now. And he's like, not right now. And when he said that,
that's good energy flow.
Was the first time I was like, oh, I don't know how to do that. I've never really taught boys before. And I'm like, okay, just keep it on. I don't know, see your hips.
The innocence of Sabrina.
Anyway, so snippy, reactive, depressed, and you can need medication for certain things. But that student actually was suffering had been diagnosed with OCD, and he was dyslexic and just a lot of paranoia. And he was taking dance lessons to help with that. And his mother, not through my guidance, but his mother completely changed his diet, had him doing more dancing and starting martial arts, and started pulling back on all the medication. And from mainly changing everything that went into his body was like clean, no processed food, and he was moving. He got off of all of the medication that was making him so puffy. You know how one of the side effects is this real puffiness. And I was so blown away to see that he could change that much.
Yeah. The human body can heal. The human body, when it's given the right environment. Let's also note that we're not just saying energy fixes everything. Well, we are, because we've seen that when you boil it down, when you distill it down, everything is energy. Every cell is comprised of energy. Every tissue is built from this beautiful chi. But what we are saying is when you're working with energy and you're trying to correct or cleanse the system, when it is toxic, when it is backed up, when it is disrupted, over time, what happens is the physical body follows those maladaptive signals. So the body is getting information from the energy field, the brain is receiving information from the energy flow, and then it's telling the body to adapt to this maladaptive state. So yes, you can say, but now I can point my finger at it and say, I have a tumor. I have a bulge disc. I have herniation. I have, some kind of bursitis, inflammation, whatever the thing is. But what was the original cause behind it? It was some type of disruptive signal. When you keep boiling it down, distilling it down, the signal is energy. It's communication pathways that are off. Yeah. And so that's what needs the ultimate correction is the signal. So that's why we say you're going for the root here. We're not just pointing to the symptom and trying to address the symptom. This is why I can speak to you about the physical body and physical pain, like back pain. I was looking for the physical solution for years. And because it was deeper than a physical situation alone, I couldn't heal. The only way that I was able to get healing, complete healing, permanent healing, was when I fixed the energy body. That was the missing link. And it's why we're so adamant and so inspired to teach this, even as different as it may seem. It's a component that is like at the root. And so it has to be talked about. And this is why we get the testimonials and the miraculous stories. Because when people reclaim their energetic power, their body can heal itself. So that's another thing to look for is chronic pain, illness, or injuries that aren't healing. If you've tried acupuncture or rather massage, shots, surgeries, different things, and you're like working in the physical realm and it's still not healing, what's missing? Most likely is the energy situation.
Some other symptoms that we had jotted down is kind of just, you just feel kind of brain fog and have attention focusing.
Attention or focus issues. Hello.
Hello.
How many fingers?
Have trouble focusing your attention, brain fog. And also another one is feeling like questioning yourself all the time. Self-doubt, not feeling like you can tap into your own intuition, not knowing how to feel your gut feeling or just know what's right for you. There is a disconnect between that knowingness and that clarity. A lot of people have never experienced that. A lot of people have never thought, oh, when I heard about that, I just knew that's what I should do. They're always second guessing, always doubting, because they haven't experienced on repeat enough times letting that feeling, that knowingness, that feeling, that clarity, that intuition guide their decisions to see where they go.
And energy puts you back in the pocket. Here's one of the main reasons that we love Qigong, because it's a moving, healing meditation. And one of the other things that affects energy flow is lack of movement. So you're getting a twofer. You're getting more than a twofer because you're getting meditation as well. But you're moving your body, and there's so many different cool Qigong exercises that open the joints and stretch the spine and teach you how to breathe correctly, oxygenate your body and brain. That's baked into the practice. And that's why we're offering a Qigong Energy Detox and Reboot Challenge. We do it for 5 days. There's a link and a free gift for folks watching this right here, right now. I'll just pop it in here for you.
And those of you watching live that have attended this before, you can give that link to anyone. You can send it in a text. It'll populate. You can write it on a Facebook page and it'll populate and say, you know, this is totally free. And someone said to me, well, yeah, but then after it's over, it's still on my page. Just delete it, right? You can delete things, but I think this is one of the most powerful things we can share with people that we love. I shared it with a group of like 22 people that I've known here in Austin for a really long time today that don't really know me in the energy art space. And so I understand sometimes it can be a little awkward. And the way that I said, hey, there's this free Qigong for Beginners course. It really just teaches you how to breathe and how to stand and how to get rid of stress and how to just move in a really, really, really simple way that anyone can do, and a tiny bit of balancing exercises. And I said, I think you're going to like it, and maybe you could share it with other people that you think need it. And that really hit with them. I didn't get into anything more than that. I kind of just stuck with the stress and the physical.
Exactly. You speak the language, meet the person where they're at, and help them learn these arts. I'm so grateful that I was led to Qigong. I had to go through a lot of pain to get there, but
you saw a sign?
I saw a sign, and I followed the signs. So there's the gift, and we hope that you have the opportunity to join us live when you can. And of course, we will hook you up with replays. And for those of you who are part of our Life Force School,
the live classes are so fun.
If you're in the the Life Force School, we'll be taking things even further, right? So we'll do the sessions during the day, and then when it's time for the classes with the students, we'll unpack more and go deeper and do some laser coaching and Q&A with you guys. But it's going to be off the hook. There's a lot of cool new stuff kind of coming through. We've grown a lot over the last year, so y'all have helped us to expand and evolve. We will bring it. We promise you that.
It starts on Tuesday, July 20th, and it goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're doing it at the exact same time every day this year, which is 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and 1 Central. And we picked that time because it works really well for a lot of the European countries. So we used to throw in some evening classes and try to mix it up, but then we're like, well, that's not fair for everybody.
A couple other things to be mindful of that I think everybody should do energy work, even just because there's so much electromagnetic disruption around us today. We have more EMF frequencies than ever before. Think about all the 5G, right? The cell phone towers, the phones. I mean, everybody's got devices all around you. You ain't getting away from it, right? You can do your part, wear your devices, your necklaces, put things in your home to protect you. But, you could be walking through a mall, or you could be walking through just a little community shopping center, and they're blasting Wi-Fi everywhere. Go into Best Buys for a second. If your energy system doesn't get disrupted, that means you're doing a really good job of keeping your chi healthy and flowing. And you really should put the protective field, and we'll teach that. But just do it on a daily basis, like the way you take a shower and you cleanse the dirt off the outside. I would cleanse the internal channels regularly. I would say make it a way of life, a part of life. So that's another very important reason. And then there's lastly, the doinky doinks. There are some people and places out there that like to try to suck the chi out of us. They can't. It's not possible unless our field is weak. And so we have an auric field around us. So I talked about all these different channels and centers and gates inside the body. There's an etheric body that has layers of just layers, consider them like layers of like an egg shape around your body. And the energetic auric field gets disrupted as well. And so you could either be bleeding off and leaking energy out, or negative energy can be getting in. And so stuff is disrupting that from the inside and the outside. But when you do Qigong and you're aligning, and there's different movements that you're doing to clear and align the pathways, there are movements that are expanding the Qi field and keeping it clean and rebuilding it regularly. Hey man, you're going to be in your own little energy cocoon, and you're, hey man, you're going to be like, yo dude, I'm Qigonged. So that's what's going on.
Yo, dude.
Yo,
I'm
dude.
a Qigong master.
I'm a Qigong.
Dude.
Well, dude, I'm a Qigong master. What are you? No judgment, but I'm a Qigong master. I'm doing that next time I go out with you to the pub. So tell me, what do you do? I'm a Qigong master. What do you do?
Let's do it.
There'll be like a Qigong what? There's the link last time. We are very different Qigong teachers. I'm certain of that. We definitely broke the mold. So if you like our style, you like our vibe, you like our shenanigans, come and learn with us. It's so much fun. You can see people in the chat. These are the coolest people on the planet, in my opinion.
So true.
Come hang out. We have a blast. That's about all, folks. That's all she wrote.
Yeah?
It's
like
almost my birthday. And let's see, how many more hours to go? Not even 6 hours. We get to celebrate. What are we going to do for my birthday? Do you have something special lined up for me? Is it a secret?
Yes.
What are you going to do for me? What have you done for me lately?
Everything.
All right, y'all. Much love. Have a great one.
He's like a kid on his birthday. What's going on? How are you going to celebrate me? Ha, ha, ha. It's my day. It's my day.
It's my birthday, and I'll Qigong if I want to. All right.